On the show this week.
I get overly tired taking out some rubbish. Check out Gameboy multicarts. I'm still pretending not to be able to say Psygnosis. A rare batch of Casio handhelds and I score a goal. A rare game I guarantee you've never seen. And Euthanasia Simulator. Yes, hello, it is me, it is Jace at Retrogames. Hello, how are you? Yeah, we excited. We hit the 1,000 subs. I thought we might, and we did. We now have our 1,000 subs. How long has it taken? It's taken, well, the channel launched, not this February, just gone the February before. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. That's 1 year, 8 months. 1 year, 8 months, and there's hundreds of videos on YouTube. Just checking my cameras, telling you, we can get you 1,000 subs in a month. I don't know how that works. I can't believe it. But as a little homage to those kind of how-to YouTube videos, you might have noticed I've changed the intro. I'm sorry, Retro Bear. I have changed the intro slightly. Slightly shorter, more compact, and a preview of what's coming up in the show, because apparently it's all about audience retention. A lot of my views, people watch for maybe 7 or 8 seconds and then quickly go and find another video. And I think it's not just about being me. It's not just me. It's not just this face, the face of Retrogaming. It's about not knowing what's going on in the show. What's it about? They want to click on the button, bang. This is what it's about. It's a video game show, kind of. A video game show about all the new stuff that comes into retrogames.co.uk every week. So every week, new stuff comes into the site. You all know this. Well, the regulars all know this. And I go through my pick, my favourites have come in this week. But anyway, what an amazing week to get to our 1,000 subs. Just nice to get that off. It's just one of those things, you're kind of always trying to get there, and you finally get there. I'm up there, I'm now up there in the same category as Retro Bear. I'm in the 1,000 plus, Gen Pix, he's 1,000 plus. Oh yeah, I'm joining the big boys. I'm a very big boy, aren't I? Very big boy. Yeah, I guess it was about Jason Japan, our special. That's really helped boost the subs, which is what I hoped. I put in a hell of a lot of effort on that show, as a lot of you know. So yeah, it paid off in the end. We got to our 1,000. And if you're thinking, oh Jace, that means you're monetizing the channel now, you must be making tons of money. No, you've got to have 4,000 hours viewing in the same years, as well as the subs. And I'm about 3,200 and odd. So I'm not in a position to monetize the channel. I'm not going to get paid. For all you poor people who have to watch adverts before you get to see this ugly mug, I really am sorry, and I'm not getting any money out of that. What happens to all the channels who get adverts? YouTube just, oh no, yeah, we're showing adverts on your channel, but you're not getting any money for it. We're just going to keep all the money. Well, that doesn't seem very fair, does it? Because people pay to put the adverts on. Just because the guy hasn't got 3,000 hours, or the lady hasn't got 4,000 hours. Why don't they deserve a share of the revenue if it's your advertising on their show that they've put in their effort into making? So I don't know. I mean, it's probably a law constructed for all those millions of people who put up 3 videos and have 100,000 subscribers instantly, which drive us all insane. If you're one of them guys, subscribe to me and big me up on your channel. Of course. Shall we get on with it? Shall we keep this show flowing? Keep it flowing. Oh, my cameras are a bit wonky today. Oh, hands up, baby, hands up. Yeah, that's a tune. Ottawan. Anyway, carrying on. What's in the box? Yeah, what's in the box? Here we go then. So what have we got to talk about this week? Well, it was a good week this week for Atari. Atari in the house. Yes, Atari in the house. Atari Jaguar. We like the Jag. It's some really pristine Jaguar games. Now you probably all know about the 64-bit Jaguar. It was the first 64-bit 4-bit games console. And I was thinking, you know, the classic games, we've got Doom. I bought this when it came out. I bought Jaguar as soon as I bought everything as soon as it came out. I did buy Doom with my Jaguar, and absolutely blown away by it. It was my first experience of Doom. I never played it on PC or in previous formats. I first played it on the Jag, and I loved it. But it made me think, Atari, the Godfather, shall we say that? The Godfathers of gaming. Did they have any first-party games for the Jaguar? Because if you think about the big games that came out on Jaguar, you're thinking Doom. I've got another one. You're thinking, bear with me. You're thinking this one, the Tempest 2000. Again, another beautiful example. I'll just show you that. Beautiful example, Tempest 2000. So big games. And what's the third one? The third big game on Jag is no, not that one. This one, Alien versus Predator. Alien versus Predator. Now, these three games really were the dominating. They were the best games on the Jag, but they're all made by other people. So you got Doom by ID. You got Alien versus Predator, which is a conversion of a made-up story related to two film icons by Rebellion, who went on to be a really huge company in their own right. Got bought up and made PlayStation stuff. And Tempest 2000 by our old mate Jeff Minter of Llamasoft fame. So you're thinking, well, surely the might of Atari. I almost said Nintendo then. The might of Atari could have really funded one killer app. Just one amazing game is all the Jag needed. I mean, these are great games. Don't get me wrong. These three games were brilliant. But, you can't help but thinking there was more that could have been done on the Jag. You could have pushed the boundaries a bit. Anyway, moving on. Here's an example of the sort of stuff Atari put out. But again, I think they just licensed. And it's Missile Command 3D. What are you thinking? Check some of these games out. All right, let's check out Missile Command 3D on the Jag. Absolutely stunning example of the game. I haven't taken anything out of the box yet today. Lazy. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, that beautiful condition. There you got the cartridge. There you got the lovely cartridge. And a beautiful pristine manual. They really are like new. These Jag. Oh, and you've got a warranty card in there as well. Ta-da! Actually, there's two of them. Pressed together. So you've got one for a spare game there. But Jaguar is a strange. It's a strange machine. What about this? This is Theme Park. Now, Theme Park's not a game we've talked about before, but wasn't it brilliant? It's a Bullfrog game, but did Peter Molyneux make Theme Park? I don't know. I guess he was involved in it, but you don't really you associate him with Populous. You don't associate him with Theme Park. Though you do associate him with the movies, black and white. I think maybe Peter he's not credited, obviously, but anyway. It is immaculate. And Theme Park is one of those games. It's a golden era of strategy, isn't it? Because strategy games back then, they weren't so complicated. Let's have a look. I mean, the new versions of these new city skylines and what's the theme park? Well, the new theme park one. Come to me as soon as I finish recording. They are very heavy, text heavy, complicated. This was very simple. You just had to make the little people happy. If they weren't happy, you just change the price of the chips. Easy. A great game though, wasn't it? Theme Park. I played that for hours. It was one of them games I played it on the Amiga, and you were in a good situation and you're making money every month, and you think, well, I'm just going to leave it on, and you go to bed, and then in the morning you get up and the whole thing has burnt down, and you think, well, how did that happen? I was just asleep. It was making money. It was all self-sufficient, and I ruined it. I ruined it by sleeping. Anyway. More sealed. Jaguar stuff. And what about this? Is White Men Can't Jump. It's a basketball game based on a movie, but it comes in this double pack with a multi-tap. So this is a multi-tap. So you can play. I mean, on there it looks like you can play 8-player with 2 multi-taps. We only get 1 multi-tap. 8 players? Is that a whole basketball team? I don't know nothing about basketball. Come on, Beesball, you know. How many people in a basketball team? I have no idea. No idea. And I have played NBA Jam. But anyway, yeah, beautiful, steel sealed. I mean, there is more, slightly easier to find sealed Jag stuff than other formats. One more to finish off, and I will let you have a look at this game. This is very highly rated. Mutant Attack of the Mutant Penguins. Again, absolutely gorgeous and sealed. Let's check this out. Yeah, mutant penguins. Yeah, we love them, don't we? We do love the penguins. Moving on. Shall we move on, Jace? Yeah, we've got a couple of old cassette games. Yeah, 8-bit in the house. I've got a couple of games. This is called Mower Mania. So how do you feel when you wake up at the weekend and you've got to mow the lawn? It's not a great feeling, is it? You think, oh, I just want to lay around and watch telly. But no, you could play mowing the lawn. And yeah, I mean, this is a bit of a theme now. This is tedium in a video game. It's kind of something that's worn away. We don't really go for tedium in video games, not in modern stuff. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. It's like hover bother, checking out your garden, mowing the lawn. I mean, back in it, simple times, wasn't it? It's by a company called Voyager, and it's for the Commodore VIC-20. And it's a rare game. Funnily enough, we've actually got 2 copies now, but it's taken me 25 years to accumulate those 2 copies. Nobody's ever bought one. That's a lot of the stock that we have on the site is like that. We've had it in stock for 20 years, but nobody's actually bought one yet, but it's still ridiculously rare, and I've never seen another one. And Mower Mania is a bit like that. You know, simple times. We just wanted to pretend we were in the garden on the computer. And there was another game. This is Commodore 64 this time. And this is one, I loved it on the Spectrum. I don't know why. Having replayed this, I don't know why. This is Trash Man. You know that thing that happens when you thought a game was really good and you've always thought, oh yeah, I love that game, it was a really great game. And then you play it again and you're like, that game is not good at all. Why did I think it was so good? What was wrong with me? Here we are. This is Trash Man. It is so laborious. I think at the time, Paperboy was huge in the arcades. So there was kind of like, oh yeah, let's make a game like Paperboy. But the Spectrum and the Commodore, they're not really great at making paper. I mean, you can check that out by the versions of Paperboy that came out for both machines. Anyway, we're about to head off to a new street. Okay, here we go. We've got to collect 5 bins. So here we go, round the back of the house. Picking up the bin, carrying it back round to the truck. Avoid the traffic. Oh look, there's a bike on the path, but then you've got to take it all the way back and put it down again. Oh god, I don't know why, but that just seems so tedious. Oh, we've got to cross this busy road. I think this road's too... Oh, we get a tip, 50 quid. Can you imagine anyone giving a bin man 50 quid tip? That's impossible. Here we go, the truck moves off, but we've got to carry on getting more. Oh, this is really awful. Look, it disappears, but I'm still walking. Oh, and the traffic, yeah, it's slow, really. I mean, yeah, it's not really any jeopardy at all, is there? It's just so boring. Yes, Trash Man, what a dull game. I just can't quite believe how dull it is. I don't remember it being dull. Is that because we were kids and we just didn't mind doing laborious tasks? It was better than tidying up your bedroom? I don't know, but it does seem a little bit dull. I think being a real bin man is a lot more fun because you get to, you know, split bags open and spill them all over the road and stuff like that. If there's any bin men watching this, sorry. Maybe they're getting loads of, I bet some bin men stories they have found retro game stuff just put out in the rubbish. It's got to have happened, isn't it? Oh, there's a Mega Drive just in the recycling. You know, I think there's games to be found being a bin man, but it's a bit of a sacrifice, isn't it? I really want to build up my games collection, so I'm becoming a bin man, love. Is that all right? No, you need to work at the dump. That's where all the good stuff is. Landfill. The landfill is all full of... It's not all about that Atari game that Buried in the Desert. I reckon there's 20,000 retro cassettes and cartridge games get buried in British landfill every single year. What do you reckon? I think I'm right. I'm right on that. Okay, let's carry on, Jace, before you get on another high horse pedestal. Here's an unusual game. And this is a huge box. Let me show you this. What the heck is that? That is one heck of a huge box. It is gorgeous. I'll show it on the big camera and you can try and work out what the heck it is. You can see there's a bit of English there. It's Japanese on the side there, but it's got a gold sort of like obi strip part of the box. Hope springs eternal with my dear friends. And you're thinking, well, that looks like a PC thing. It's not PC. It's for the classic Sharp X68000. Now, regular viewers will know we've had a bit of stuff in that for that format recently. It's a really it's Japan's answer to the Amiga. It's a 16-bit computer. It takes 5¼ inch floppies. But there are some great games for it, like this one. Now this game, what's it actually called? It's called Midgarts, which is an unusual title, I'll grant you that. Midgarts by Wolf Team. You might know Wolf Team make quite a lot of stuff, Mega Drive, Mega CD, Sega stuff. But they made this. Now you're thinking, oh yeah, I know what this is, Jace. This is some big role-playing adventure thing, and you're going to get it all open. You're going to open the box, yeah, you're going to open the box, and then you're going to get the warranty out, and then you're going to like get some sort of fold out thing, and then you're just going to fold it out, and it's just like going to be some like really boring map. And it's like, oh yeah, what am I gonna do with this Japanese role-playing game, which I can't stand any of the language for, and you just want me to go around that boring old map? And don't tell me there's a massive guide for it, and it's like a huge guide, just really boring, full of text I can't read. Yeah, but this is actually a shoot 'em up. Check it out. Oh yeah, you weren't expecting this. Yeah, this is like a dragon riding version of R-Type. Yeah, loads to look outside, scrolling shooter, sort of thing that all us retro gamers love. Of course, this dragon, it goes underwater. Yeah, of course, dragons can go underwater. This game has everything. There's sharks, and of course there is end of level bosses like this big dragon, or even this even bigger dragon. You can't beat a lot of dragons. Well, you can, just keep shooting them. And then the game kind of turns into UN Squadron. Look at this. They're taking down planes over an aircraft carrier. It's bizarre, isn't it, really? Mixing the modern with the mythical. Yeah, kind of groovy. And then suddenly it looks like Choplifter. It's like, where's Rambo shooting at me? And then you've got to save the city, the big city, from the nuclear warheads. And then I'm fighting a mech. Yes, there's a mech in this. Who'd have thought? You didn't expect that to turn up, did you? Now I've lost my dragon. I've just got my special wand. And then it's like Harry Potter meets Voldemort. Some big standoff. I think we can all agree this is an amazing shooter on an obscure format, and we all want to be playing it. Yeah, boy! Yeah, boys! It's a dragon riding shooter. Kind of R-Type here, kind of like it's got a good vibe about it. Yeah, it's not what you expected from the packaging, is it? You thought this was going to be a big adventure game. No, it is a really rare arcade action game for the Sharp X68000. And I would say that none of you have ever seen this game in your lives. I would say. Maybe you have. But I would say no, you haven't. Because I'd never seen it. And I've seen everything, haven't I? If I've never seen it, surely you guys have never seen it. I can't even remember what it's called. Midgarts, isn't it? Midgarts? Midgarts. You saw it here first, Retrogames fans. What's next in the box? Well, I've got something to show you here. I've got some games on one of my favourite labels, your favourite too. Pasiganis! Yeah, Pasiganis is back. Obitus, I've got some lovely Psygnosis games to show you. Obitus, what a beauty. I love the artwork. It's an adventure role-playing sort of thing, this one. They're such gorgeous things though, aren't they? Look at that. It's got the manual. You've got your secret squirrel owl. The owl just sitting there waiting to be found. They've got the manual, the warranty. That are just beautiful. Psygnosis games, they really are a lovely thing to collect because collect because they just look so gorgeous. I'm going to move that, so big. They just look so gorgeous, don't they? And I've got another one. What about this one? Chrono Quest, Atari ST. These came out on Amiga and Atari ST. You know that. Another really highly rated adventure game. It probably ignored. Everyone talks about Level 9 and Magnetic Scrolls, but actually, Psygnosis put out some really good adventure games too. Pasiganis as well. I'll get this one out. I think this is on a lot of discs, and this comes with a. I don't know if you've ever seen this. It comes with a bit of a. A bit of graph paper, a bit of transparent graph paper. That's for you to plot your way around, like to plot your journey through the game on a graph paper. They included it. A little bonus. So I've noticed give you little bonuses sometimes. Remember the Tomato Sauce in Bill's Smart Game. Now what about this one? This is the game everyone loves. Lemmings. Yeah, Lemmings. DMA Design went on to make GTA. It's so far removed from GTA, isn't it? But again, beautiful. Such a classic game for so many of us. We played it and we played it. It was so addictive, like nothing else when that came out. But now there's lots of games a bit like Lemmings now. It was groundbreaking. What about this? And this is the first Pasiganis game. This is Barbarian. Yes, awful to play. Check it out. It's so slow, isn't it? It's so slow and laborious. It's an arcade game that uses an icon point and click system. I mean, why? I know, it's crazy. It's crazy, but look at it. It's beautiful. It's in beautiful condition. And you know what? Get excited, get excited. I'm going to do it. Yes, what's this? It's the poster. We all love the posters, and it's a huge poster as well. From the first Psygnosis release, Atari ST, and here it is. Wow, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The artwork is like nothing else. Roger Dean, more famous for doing Pink Floyd soundtrack LP covers. And yeah, there we got the disc. This have a special holder in there, the little flaps to keep them in place. Better quality, wasn't it? It's got the manual, beautiful manual, but also this extra guide and the warranty card. It's all there. Beautiful. Okay, it's 40 quid. What do you think? 40 quid? The original Barbarian in complete condition with the poster? I think that's a good deal. Don't you? I think it is. What about this though? Barbarian 2. Now Barbarian 2, it's obviously the sequel to the last game. So much rarer. Nobody bought this. They'd all had their minds burned by the laborious state of the first game. This is actually a lot better game, but it's sold in tiny numbers. Sold better on the Amiga than it did the Atari ST, but it's still absolutely gorgeous. And if you're going to have one, you might as well have both. But this one's going to cost you a fortune. It's a bit better. It's a bit more adventure-y. Look, desperately wants to be Castlevania, doesn't it? Desperately wants to be. It's not. Let's get it out. Let's have a look. There we go. We've got the discs, and we've got the beautiful manual and the warranty, and there's the secret owl hiding. What a lovely example of Barbarian 2. Okay, surely not more Psygnosis. You've already done, how was that, 5? Yeah, more Psygnosis, Pasiganis. Blood Money. Now, Blood Money, this is where it counts, isn't it? Proper arcade scrolling shooter. The UK's answer to R-Type now. Check it out. Blood Money. Yeah, what a great game. Beautiful artwork again. Still Roger Dean. He's doing all the... They paid the big bucks, didn't they, to get him. Fabulous graphics. Just an absolute 16-bit classic. I loved it, especially in two-player mode. There wasn't many two-player shooters, side-scrollers, was there back then? Now, this has not got the manual. Oh, I know, it's sad. It hasn't got the manual, but it does have the poster. Now, that's rarer than the manual. Beautiful. Look, there's the poster. Yeah. Blood Money. What a classic game. I love it. Now, one more Protagonist title to show you. I try to keep the tears at bay because I do get excited about this one. It is an actual proper Psygnosis release of Dungeon Master. You might know this originally came out by FTL. It is the seminal defining role-playing game of its generation. It is an incredible dungeon crawler packed full of puzzles and role-playing and character building and grinding. But this, with the Psygnosis issue, they decided they were going to put it out on the Psygnosis label. And it's just so much nicer. I mean, aesthetically, it's just a beautiful... Look at that. Look, it's just a beautiful product. You can't really compare it to the FTL one. There's a picture of it. You can't really, can you? You can't really compare it. This is just gorgeous. And there you got some pictures of the monsters on the back. I'll open it up for you because this also comes... This comes with the sequel as well. Chaos Strikes Back. So you've got the two manuals there. You've got... 3 discs, I think there is 3 discs. You've got the key guide, 2 manuals, you've got the Chaos Strikes Back and the Dungeon Master disc, and there you've got your secret owl. Massive owl! Big owl! You can call me Owl. You can call me Betty, I don't mind. Okay, I think that's enough Atari ST. Now let's talk about something on the Nintendo format, shall we? Now this week I listed some stuff which I don't usually deal with, don't usually put this sort of stuff on, but we did this week, and that is for the Game Boy, but it's these multi-carts. They are strange, they are pirate, they are naughty, but we've always just thrown them in the bargain basement. But then I suddenly realised, well, these are collectible in their own right. They're all over eBay. Nobody seems to stop these from selling anymore. I guess that's because all the images people can download off the internet anyway. So, you know, why stop it? But they are weird. They've got such crazy names of the games on there. And then lots of... They say no repeats, but there's often variations. I'll just show you the cartridge. This one's for the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, it's beautiful though, isn't it? I mean, look at that. They've got like holographic... display. This has got the games, got Ninja Turtles, it's got a game called just Ferrari, it's got Magical Quest, Mario Kart's on here. If you look at the list, there's loads of interesting games that I don't remember coming out for Game Boy, like Clue Land or Chack and Pop, Burger Time, Bomber Mario, Bird Week. That's not the only one. I've actually got a little stack of these to show you. Oh look, loads. This one's great titles. Just give me a Arctic Bunny. There's a game on it. This is literally, I'm going to just hold it there so you can read it, so you can pause it and read it for yourself. There is a game on here called Dick Maniac. You think I'm making it up, but just look at the pause it and look. I didn't make it up. 7 Up Kid, Snake Bead, Wolf and Rabbit, Old Fellow, Drug and Germ, Rarot and Wolf, and my favourite, Active Lad. Some great titles there. There's another one. I can keep going on these. They're just hilarious, aren't they? This has got Flick Bead, Astute Cat. It's got Grim Vermin, Longago Cycle, Grub Monster, Sprightly Rat. One more, Dickens Way, Jerry Skip. And that classic game, don't know what you have to do in it, it's called Remove Barrier. Brilliant. And there's loads of them, there's just loads. They've got loads of pictures. They're all on the site this week. There's something different. I mean, they're naughty. Nintendo would have gone, you know, there were so many Far East people making these things that Nintendo couldn't really stamp them all out. So there's a lot in circulation, but they're really unusual. Sometimes you get games that didn't appear at all. Although this one is 118 in one, and it's got like Dr. Mario 2. I mean, Dr. Mario 4 Have you played Dr. Mario 4? No, I haven't. Yeah, just unusual variants of classic games. So this one here, what's this? Oh, this is just loads of Pokemon stuff. Bomb Jack. I don't remember Bomb Jack on the Game Boy Color. This one's actually got the rumble function. It's got Pokemon pinball on it, and it actually is just like the rumble shape, where you put a little battery in, put a little AAA in there, and you rumble away. I mean, that's mad, isn't it? Like they even like... Yeah, just get that battery cover on in your own time, Jace. This is boring. Okay, moving on. So sticking with Nintendo, we listed a bit of DS this week, and there was just one game that really stuck out like a sore thumb to me, and that is this. House. House. The Hugh Laurie drama, American drama about a mad doctor who's trying to cure loads of diseases. And that, I just think they're just so desperate with the licenses. They just made anything. Let's check out House. As you'd expect, as Dr. House, you have to do lots of doctory things, like rubbing this guy's head with a rubber glove. It's not sexual. It's just to get the right reading. There are loads of things you just have to check out. That magnifying glass on his zits. Yeah, get the right reading. Yeah, that's look concerning. Yeah, let's put in a needle, a cannula sort of thing. Clean him up with a swab. Yeah, just put this over here. And then we have to just shove it into his veins. This is a game. This is a game. Oh, okay, now. Yeah, so loads of mini games to try and diagnose sick patients with some mini games. It's interesting. It's very rare. It's quite a rare DS title. He looks like a zombie. Can you see that? He looks at his eyes. He looks like he's a really frightening zombie guy. Now you might remember last week we had some amazing handheld games like Game & Watches. There was a big push, loads of great handheld games come in. And this week we've got more great handheld games. I'm going to play a few of them as we go. But this week most of them are made by Casio. Now Casio, more famous for digital watches, aren't they? You think, oh, Casio watches, Casio. The Casio electronic keyboards, Casio make electronic pianos. They make, they make loads of stuff. But back in the early 80s, they made calculators and watches and electronic games. And as I'm going to show you, some of these games are incredible. I mean, I've always been a huge fan of Game & Watch, but you playing these games and checking them out, oh my God, Casio, maybe in a different league on some of these. But I'm going to start with this range. Now, these are like the mini games. This is a game called Mad Fighter. Let me show you this box. They're a beautiful little compact box. I think this is 1983 or 4. They're little games in box. The sort of thing you probably pick up at an airport before you go on your travels. And look at this game. Look at this. It's immaculate. It's called Mad Fighter. Look at that. Actually, you have to unscrew the back completely. It takes 2 AA's that just slot in a little hole for them inside. But you do have to take 2 halves of the game apart to put it in. But it's just, I love the detail, the artwork that they have around the controls. Such a beautiful thing. In a similar style, this one is again a rolling road at the top, but you're controlling this little shooting car at the bottom. So most of the screen is actually nothing to do with the game, which is really strange. Oh, and I'm terrible at it. Now the box for this one says it's called Astronef, which is it's one of my favourite words. No, Astronef, which sounds a bit of an odd name, but the actual game, when you open it up, is not Astronef. It's Cosmo Thunder. You've got the manual in there as well, and again it's that same range, beautiful condition. You've got that unscrewable back. You've got that lovely grid effect around the control. They're just beautiful, really light, proper stick it in your pocket compact games. You've got this scrolling road at the bottom, and it's actually nothing to do with the game. You're just moving that little ship at the top, trying to avoid the bullets and firing back at the aliens. It's a very simple shooter, but they've bigged it up with some scrolling around the bottom, making it look like you're in a racing game, but you're not. You're just in a little shooter and getting shot a lot. Tons rarer, I would say, the Nintendo Game & Watch. These games far rarer. They have got their own numbers, so there is a log. This one is called, that's a good question, CG81. So that gives you a little insight into how many games Casio made, if that model is 81. Now let's get to the next model. It's the same range. This is called Hop Monster. This is CG80. So it's the game that came out before that last one. And look at it. Look at the design of this box. You just don't see things like this. This is just such a beautiful thing. I love the size of it. Just the little compact box. It's gorgeous. Feels like, takes me back to getting Pocketeers when I was a kid, or you know, when little toys. And this one's amazing. This one's in the plastic, still in the plastic. Got your manual, like brand new. And look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, I know I get overexcited about handheld games, but these really are beautiful. Soldier Fighter. Yeah, gameplay wise, these are simple games, sure. But that's what we wanted back then. We just wanted Space Invaders and variations of Space Invaders and Pac-Man. That's kind of all we needed. That we wanted to feel like we were in the arcade in your pocket. Again, this one's got the plastic bag. We've got the manual in there. And look at that, isn't that gorgeous? They are like new, can you imagine? This one's a 1980, is it 1984? This is 1984. Is that 40 years old? 40 years old. And it's just amazing to have it in that immaculate condition after all those years. A little bit of wear on the box of this one. This is called Cross Fighter, set in ancient Egypt. Do you actually play the Sphinx in this? You play the Sphinx. It is a shooting game. But yeah, beautiful. Oh, it's orange. It's one of my favourite colours for a handheld game. And look at that. Gorgeous Crossfire. Look at that. Oh dear. So we're the Sphinx at the top. And we've got to shoot the people trying to come and raid the tombs. It's like Tomb Raider, but in a shoot 'em up form. Oh dear, I don't know why these are ending up on the site, to be honest. I should be keeping them all. Yeah, sometimes I really have to, internal conflict when stock comes in and I'm thinking, but I really want to keep that forever. Yeah, I can't, sadly, I can't keep everything, as I would have no business to run. I can't just keep everything. Okay, what about this one? This is another beauty. Crazy Bee. Like me, a Crazy Bee. Whoa, look at it's such a groovy, childlike box. It really reflects that 80s toys kind of time, doesn't it? You know, things don't look like this anymore. It's like, I don't know, Sylvanian families and stuff like that. It's like, it comes to mind. And there's the manual, but look at that gorgeous game. Isn't that amazing? Come on, you've never seen this before, have you? You haven't. What number is this one? CG85. So we're getting through the series here. CG85. Any more of those? No, that was the last one of those. But that isn't the end of the box. Because I've got some other games like this one. Now, the thing about Casio is they really didn't mind putting the quality in. I think these games, this is called Championship Derby. It is a horse racing game. I'll just show you the box. Just a little slimline box. These are a bit earlier. This is KG100 is the code word. It's 1984 as well. But look, it's the metal fascia, the gorgeous, it's a bit like an executive toy. You'd have it on the desk in your executive office and you do bet. And this is a horse racing game where you bet and you ride the horses. It's got great sound, loads of controls. It's got the odds for the wins on the back. Battery cover with a screw to keep it in place. But yeah, there's a real quality about this. I mean, I know Game & Watches, yeah, you look at a brand new Game & Watch, maybe it's just the condition that is so stunning with these. And if you looked at a brand new Game & Watch, you'd feel similarly, but it just seems so glossy and beautiful. Just amazing quality to these games. Now I'm going to show you another one. This is soccer. And yeah, you know, it looks quite a humble little green box there, quite a humble little game. But then you get it out and it's just like, oh, look at this, oh, upside down, look at that. It's all metal. This is all painted metal. It's just a different league to some lump of plastic, some Casio stuff is just so amazing. The amount of, it's the quality of the artwork. And actually this game is really good fun. I'm going to show you it going. Now I really sussed this out earlier. I managed to kick the ball around and everything. Oh, I kicked it offside. I think I did that. Well, you get it. It's football. It's football. I'm doing it. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I don't want to let it go. This game is called Turbo Drive, and you know I'm a sucker for driving games. Can you imagine a quality Casio metal fasciaed driving game? Yeah, you might. Oh, this. It's a bit dark. It's got black. You see, Turbo Drive, but you can see this has an issue with the screen. It's got some lines, some scratch lines on the screen, but they're not. You can't feel them. They're on the inside. It actually doesn't affect use. It still works fine, and it is a proper 3D perspective racing game. Again, but this has got the calculator function. All these little tiny buttons here, so you can use it as a calculator. A calculator was a big sell. If you can sell something as one thing and it's also a calculator, also an alarm clock, also, you know, a timer sometimes, they have timers, then you're going to get more money for it. Now this is another game that I really love. This is BB10. It's a little bit earlier again. It's got the little, quite little, it's a boring box, isn't it? That box is boring. It does not do justice to the gloriousness of what is inside. It's such a beautiful game, this. There's the manual, just to show you. But look, just as a thing, just think of that as a thing. It's baseball, and there's actually a lot of fun to play. I'm going to show you it running in a sec. But look, you've got the calculator buttons there. This fully metal fascia, little grill for the speaker. It's a different quality to Nintendo, isn't it? We always say, oh no, Game & Watch is the pinnacle of LCD game design. But actually, no. They were trying to copy Casio. And yeah, there's some, yeah. I just, it's that metal fascia. It's just so gorgeous. Timing. Oh, come on! Make myself look rubbish. Oh, that was crazy. I almost. Okay, fine for an epic shot. Yes, I hit it. Now the fielders are all going for it. No, I didn't. I don't think it got very far. This has got a stopwatch and it's got a time. It's got an alarm clock and it's got the game and it's got a calculator. This does everything. Basically, ran your whole home, thermostat for your central heating. It did the works. What a brilliant game. Not many more. This is just a quick one. This is pachinko. Now, you know, Japanese people are mad on pachinko. It's just like a random game with your ping balls in a kind of like bagatelle sort of thing. Do you know what that is, bagatelle? A bag of what? It's got the manual there, but again, that metal fascia makes it just so glossy and shiny. It's a piece of beauty. This is a game. You say you collect games, and why wouldn't you want to collect something like that? You just want to look at that on a shelf. You just want to have that in a glass cabinet. Play it once, put it in the glass cabinet, and just people will just walk past it in awe of how amazing it is to look at. Any more? Oh yeah, one more. This one hasn't got the box, but it's still an amazing game. This is boxing, and I'm going to show you this running in a sec. But look again. That beautiful shiny fascia, the calculator buttons, stunning, absolutely stunning. This is quite good. This is a bit like Punch Out. I mean, good graphics, aren't they? They're good, proper boxing graphics. It's about timing. Oh, you got me. He kind of falls back in a funny way. Now the last game in my box this week is not by Casio, it is by Bandai. And this is super rare, it's so super rare I can't remember the game. It begins with a W. Oh, I knew it. It's gone. Anyway, Wingman. It came to me. Wingman. You see, the brain still works. It's just slow. This is a game called Wingman. It's an anime series. It's a toy range. And this little handheld game is the electronic game for it. But it's a bit unusual. It's a quirky little compact design. You've got the battery cover there. It's got a screw. You press this button. I'll do it again. Come on. Yeah, there. It pings open. The screen pings forward. And you're thinking, why does it do that? Well, I'm going to show you it running in a sec. But yeah, it does that to give you a full colour LCD display. It was this called the LSI Game Magic Panel System. Check it out. And here we have Bandai Wingman, and now you can see those colour graphics. So we go left. It's hard. You can't really see it unless you actually look through that visor, that screen. Colour sprites game. I've got the sound turned off. There we go. Yeah, it's quite different, isn't it? Quite a different sort of game. Bandai Wingman. Looks like gobbledygook. Oh no, there's proper graphics. So yes, what a beautiful electronic game to finish the show on. My favourite subject, electronic games. Lots more to come in coming weeks. I hope you've enjoyed the show. If you're new to the show, thank you ever so much for watching. If I've managed to retain you because I did that intro slightly different, then fantastic. Yeah, it works. Thanks all you YouTube guides. On that note, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great week. Until next week, happy retro gaming, retro gamers!
Retrogames says thank you for watching. Retrogames says thank you for watching.
We're still having fun, aren't we, doing this? You're not bored yet, are you? We're still doing it. We're still doing this show every single week, aren't we? I'm not going mad, am I? I really am doing this stupid show every single week, aren't I?